How's it going today, everybody? Sandero Bro coming back at you with a stealthy off-road flywheel weight. It's 11 ounce. You can get 10 ounce, I think 12. It's pretty good little adaptation for our motocross bikes here that we want to take out in the trails. Adds a little bottom end inertia. Doesn't affect the horsepower too much. Just gives us a keeps the motor going, give me a little more momentum, keep it from stalling so much. And so we're going to go ahead and install this today. I know there's not many videos out there and the instructions are kind of iffy for stealthy. So we're going to do it on a 2018 KTM 250 SX. And as you can see here, I already got some bolts loosened up. You just go around here, loosen up all your bolts. Make sure you kind of don't drop them out because they are a pain in the butt to figure out which hole they go back into. But, so we're just going to pull this out. Alright, taking mine, I've already had this off. I just kind of want to make a video to show my our KTM guys, Husky guys, and anything with this good old engine in it here. So you're going to pull your rotor nut. Taking mine, I've already had this off, so I'm just mocking it up so you guys know what to do from the very beginning, so there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Okay, impact, socket, just take it off. I guess first we're going to get into how to stop this motor. Tuss makes a engine block that goes in your spark plug. I know I've heard of people putting it in gear, all that stuff. It's not really good for the tranny. I've heard people going half-inch from top dead and feeding rope in there. I mean, that's not a bad way, but you also run into a chance of dropping some fabric and some garbage down in your ports, and you kind of don't want that. I know another one is you put it in high gear, or you can have somebody step on that brake. If you got help, somebody could step on the brake and lock it up for you. It's easier just to, if you're already here, man, if you're already a $150 of this weight, a couple more dollars for a piston stop is not going to hurt you. Off Rocky Mountain, Slavens, or wherever you want to get one, definitely recommend it, because you're going to be doing maintenance on this anyway, so you're going to be checking it, torquing it, I mean, all that good stuff anyway. So I think after a half hour, after install, you're going to stop, pull it back off, and check the torque again. And I think every 10 hours after that, you're going to want to check on this flywheel weight. Okay, so all right, let's get to it here. Okay, there's a washer in here. If your rotor nut comes off, you're going to pull this washer out. Just hook it out of here. These are always fun to get things out of tight little spots here. Yeah. There's going to be a 20-minute video to just get this washer out. This washer does not stay in there. That flywheel weight has to sit flush in here. I know some models it stays on, but it's a different shim that goes in here. I think it's some older CR Hondas and like some KX, I think, takes a special shim in here. But for our KTMs, this does not go in here. Of course, do not throw none of this away. Save this all. You want to save everything always, because you never know when you'll need it. All right, I already have my piston stop in. Took my washer off. Everything looks good in here. It's going to come with a bracket. Oh, sorry, lost my thing. And it will come with an Allen wrench and 2 supplied screws. A lot of people put this on first. Then screw it on there. But as you can see, yeah, I've had this off many times. You can see it's the threads are just chewing this up in here. I need to mill them down a little bit. But so we're gonna first make sure everything looks good, and you're gonna have 4 hex set screws in here. And these are gonna come into play later, after you've already torqued your flywheel weight on here. This kind of keep you center balanced and a lock, because I noticed some older models you have another bolt that would sit in here and screw this in. This year model, we don't. Okay, this is straight. Put it on clockwise, Screw it in. Stop. Let my piston come dead. Tight as I can do it with my hand. Okay. Now I am going to put my little bracket that comes supplied with it on. And the torque ratio for this is going to be 44 pounds. Some other bikes, you got a lot of different. What I go off of is I go off my manual. Okay, you can download a KTM manual offline. I'd stick it with, no matter what aftermarket stuff comes on here, you always stick with OEM specs. Because no matter what, those guys are smarter than everybody else in the world. They've obviously designed this. They know how much pressure is safely be able to put on this crank and all that good stuff. So, we will knock it out at 44 pounds. Sorry here. These ones are tough to see. All right, let's just go ahead and I guess I better snug those up first, just to make it a little better. Not too tight, just you don't want to get them digging in there, just enough to so you can spin this baby around here. All right, get it in there good. Remember, 44 pounds. Got your clicker set too. There's my bump right there. I like to just hit it a couple times. Make sure she's good. All right. Pull that out. Pull off your bracket screws here. All right. I know I've looked online here. We don't get too many videos of this, and I don't know why. And everybody else does them for like Honda, Yamahas, Kawasaki's, but we have not got none for our KTMs. So, and since I got this off, good idea is take a little WD-40, go in here and just give her a nice wipe. Keep her nice and protected. All that good stuff. All right. Setting your set screws here. Hex screws. We're just gonna go around and just bottom them out right now. Nothing fancy. Sorry, I'm trying to get out of the way here so y'all can see. Remember, it does come supplied with an exact Allen that fits this. So I know a lot of stuff. I've got many sets of Allens in my shop here. Sorry, I'm trying to get out of your way here, but I can't seem to find a good angle to do it. But just bottom those out. Bottom them out. Yeah, like I was saying, I always get so many Allen sets because I always run into that weird hex head that something won't fit right in it. So you're gonna just snug them up a little. You're gonna do a crisscross pattern here, so you're kind of evened out. And this is maybe have an extra little lock and kind of keep it trued. Okay. So now, on the torque on these is not very much. It's just when it stops, a little bend. This is how much a little bend is. It's not much. Just enough to make sure it's tight. You don't want to go crazy. Those poor little things, they can't take much force. Alright. So when you got that all good, whoops, just like that. Flew out of there. Just a little Just a little flex on it. Not too much. Looks good. Give it a little wipe down while you're in here. Kind of inspect some things. Make sure you ain't getting no water. Nothing in here. Looks good. The only bad part with 2-strokes is, man, you got to pull off your skid plate, pull off your pipe. You got to do all this stuff. A lot of people pull the shifter. I've had this off so many times. You figure out ways around this because you already got so many tools and so much stuff to take off just for something so simple. So anyway, you can cut corners without affecting the quality of your work. It's kind of nice sometimes. So just make sure I know I'm doing inspection. There was no water in here. My crank looked good. It's not bad. Flywheel weight looks good. I don't see any seepage of oil. And looks pretty good. So there you guys go. There's 11 ounce stealthy flywheel weight on a 2018 KTM 250 SX. They're worth the money. They're kind of nice. You'll notice it out there, especially if you're converting your motocross bike into a trail bike. We're trying to, get everything we can just to get a little more grunt out of it. The gnarly pipe, the old flywheel weight, just kind of nice little things to give you a little more bottom end. Okay. And if you're doing most of your work yourself, like I do, because obviously I don't trust shops, and they're just so expensive. I mean, I know back in the day, I think they used to be like $60 an hour, but they're just insane now. I figured out how to true my own spokes because I was gonna have someone go through and align my spokes and my rims. It was like a couple $100. I was like, man, for another $100 or so, I could buy some new rims. But it is what it is. That's why I love YouTube. You can figure out how to do anything on here. You just got to look it up. So I'll just go around here, crisscross, just snug her up a little bit. So yeah, like I said, let me know down in the comments what bike you're putting this on, and after you install it, how's it feel to you? If you notice anything, I mean, you kind of maybe not notice a little bit, but I think you will. That one, the adaptation of a gnarly pipe on these motocross bikes is, I think the gnarly pipe was the biggest mod I did that I really felt added a change. I could feel immediately. So another thing, everybody buys all the preset socket T handles. I love this one from Tusk. It was cheap. And when you're doing a project, especially when you're doing maintenance, I mean, you end up with so many tools. Like, I don't need 4 of these under my feet, so I can just throw a couple sockets on there or whatever I need. And most of the time, it's just a good old T30 does most of your screws. So Amazon has a nice star bit set that I would highly recommend. They're cheap, but the quality is good. I've used it for a year now, and I haven't broken any of them. So yeah. All right. Remember, this is really soft aluminum, so you got to be careful. I know a lot of people, you do these by hand, and you kind of get the feel for them for a while, but it's just easier just to get a digital torque wrench, something that breaks you down to low pounds, down to 8s and 10s and 12s and stuff like that. So here's my Cherubies outer case, just for a little protection. A little more, just a little more. Whoops, there goes that. I highly recommend these Cherubies cases, case covers, case savers, whatever you want to call them. They do work good. Kind of save you because we know those covers are really expensive. So you're just gonna go around, yada yada, These are square. And the torque for these is about 8 Newton meters. I think when I always get down to low stuff, that's within pounds and pounds. I go to Newton meters. I don't know, it's just easier for me. But if you don't do Newton meters, it is 5.5, 5.9, 6 pounds. I think like that. And I know digital torque wrenches are, they're not cheap. But it's kind of one of those things that's really nice to get. You just got to pony up the dough one time. Harbor Freight has some. Lowe's carries them. I think they carry the Cobalt one, and this is a funny story. The Cobalt ones and the ones from Harbor Freight are the same exact torque wrenches. And this is the thing. I am sure everybody knows this. They buy everything just like everything else and put their label on it. So, yeah. So you're just going to do a little crisscross pattern here. I don't bring anything to torque the first time. Just kind of let it beep at me a couple times. All right, so let's see what we got here. There's little hidden bolts everywhere. All right, I can't forget these ones. All right, so I'm going to finish again, and I'm just going to bring these to torque. Remember, it's 8 Newton meters. So we're just gonna bring them all to torque here. She's barking at me. Crisscross. You know, some people put anti-seize and stuff on there. I guess it's a personal thing. Me, I'm looking to kind of keep her on there. So I don't know if you have to do anti-seize with these ones. It has no problem coming off. I've had it off like 15 times already. I just kind of go around every bowl after you get your crisscross done. Bring them all, whoops, bring them all up to spec. All right, and there we go. Sorry for the editing right now. There is none. But there you go. There's a Stealthy flywheel weight install on a 2018 KTM 250 SX. Y'all have a good day. Don't forget to pull this off in a half hour. And remember, loosen up your set screws all the way around. And check that torque again. You give it a couple bumps on your clicker. Looks good. Set your screws again. Remember, you only need about this much bend in the Allen wrench. Then you're going to do every 10 hours. After that, kind of just put it in your maintenance thing. You know, when you're pulling stuff off and looking at it, and especially when we're doing some winter riding here. I mean, you get so much stuff everywhere anyway. But all right, that's it. After that, install your skid guard and your pipe. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, throw me a like. if you want to, I got some more videos coming on some maintenance here. And don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, this is Enduro Burrow coming at you. Y'all have a good day, peeps.